Good afternoon. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and a good start to your week this Monday. We are going to go back and talk more about company processes today. And so last week we went over the job startup process, and I went through some questions that we ask our clients when we are reviewing their company processes. And so today we're going to talk about purchase orders and work orders. And I'm going to do the same type of format. We're just going to go through and I'll ask you some of those questions that we would ask our clients when reviewing their company processes. And hopefully you can take the time to go through these and answer them, possibly discuss them with your team, your accounting department, and figure out, okay, are you on the right track? Are these the best processes for your business, or should certain areas change? And so we'll just jump in number one. Is there a PO numbering system that you use? So how are you numbering your POs? Who gets to issue those POs? Is it somebody in your shop? Is it accounting? Is it your project managers? What does that process look like? So what is the numbering system? We recommend having your job number in your PO numbering system and making it something that people that are ordering the materials have access to easily without having to go and request a number from possibly somebody in accounting. Okay, who purchases the material? So that kind of goes back to number one when we're talking about who's issuing PO numbers and such, but who is purchasing your materials? Do only certain people have permission to do so? Is it a purchasing department that you have? Is it the project managers? So what does that look like? Are they allowed to purchase up to a certain dollar amount? Are there any limits with that as well? And then number three, how is the vendor information communicated to accounting? So who sets up the vendor? Make sure that they get a W-9, payment terms. What does that look like? Sales tax is a big issue that we see as well when ordering materials. And every state has different sales tax rules to follow as well. So making sure that the vendor knows where your jobs are and who's setting those up with them, who's allowed to be purchasing, and the terms that the vendor has. Number four, who's entering POs to committed costs? So in your accounting system, who is entering those, and at what point in time are they getting entered? Are you recognizing the POs as committed costs? Or are you just entering the invoices when they come in? What also falls in line with that is when you receive the materials, are you entering off of a packing slip? Are you receiving the materials in a two-step process in your accounting system? Or is it just a one-step process where you're not really receiving the materials in your accounting system, you're recognizing them when you have the invoice and then paying from that? And then going into work orders with subcontracts, how is a subcontract work order communicated to accounting? And what does that look like? Is the subcontract entered as a whole in the accounting system, or is it not entered at all? Are you then applying invoices and billings from your subcontractor on there? Who's getting all of the documentation for that subcontract? So you need their certificate of insurance. If there is a tax exempt certificate that needs to go out, making sure the contract's signed and all of that. Are we reviewing the contract for terms and retention? And a W-9 would be included in those documents as well that you receive when you're setting up the subcontract. So those are a few of the questions that we go through when discussing the purchase order and work order process within our clients' businesses. So take the time to review those. And if you have any questions about that, or if you think there's something that we could add to that list, then please give us your feedback. Share with us what you think. And if you have a certain area that could use improvement in your business, then reach out and let us know. We'd be happy to help. So thank you and have a wonderful day.